All this is information, and information can literally change situations. You know, it did for me. It took some time for me to kind of warm up to it, but when I put my big ego and small bank account aside, things started to really make sense, guys. So, you know, I've learned success. You know, it doesn't matter, you know, how smart you are. You know, if anyone told you have to be smart to make a lot of money, I can pretty much guarantee they don't have any. You just have to be at the right place, at the right time, but with the right people. But here's the catch. You got to be aware of it by being the right person. So, you know, I hope you guys are definitely aware of where you are right now, because this thing is real and this thing is working. You know, for me, the reason why I kind of got started and got so excited to blow this thing up was because I was kind of doing, you know, what everyone else is taught to do. Ben touched on it. You know, I was taught to go to high school, college, university, get these good grades, make this pretty little resume, and basically slave for someone else's dream for the rest of my life until I'm 65 or 75 and then retire and die. You know, I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty sure none of us as kids had this big dream growing up, and we were telling our parents, I can't wait to work for someone else until I'm 65, 75. Right? That wasn't reality, right? So, you know, I was kind of doing that, working the JOB, right? Anyone know what that stands for? Journey of the Broke, right? Just over broke. You know, our mentor, Bob Proctor, the guy, you know, worth a lot of money, world-renowned success coach, tries that. Because, guys, if you think about it, it makes a lot of sense. Everyone we know has a job where they trade their time for someone else's money. Now, there's a big problem when you do that because there's a limit to your income. It's called saturation, right? There's only 24 hours in a day. It's not like you can work 24 hours in a day. Even if you're Portuguese, you can't. So there's a limit to your income, right? Guys, I mean, think about it. Everyone we know has a job. What does everyone always complain about in their life? That they just never seem to have enough. It's two things. Time and money, and yet people continue to trade one for the other. Does that make any logical sense? It doesn't, right? And as I started hearing this information, I'm like, okay, this is starting to make a lot of sense. And when things start to make a lot of sense, they start to make a lot of sense. Eventually, dollars. Right? We're on the way as well at the end of March, and I'm like, man, something's got to change. You know, if you want things in your life to change, I mean, guess what? You got to change things in your life. No one's going to do it for you. So I just made the decision to really jump on board with this thing and just blow it up. And, you know, I literally went 20 months ago, shared this with a couple friends, went from $0 with this concept, guys, to close to $250,000 now a year in residual income. And, you know, I work maybe 20 hours a week with this concept. You know, hanging out with my friends, doing basically this, guys. And I don't say any of this information to brag. There's no reason to. I just say this to educate, guys, because you guys look at me. Average guy, above average looks, right? But the point is, man, if I can do it, anybody can do it. I don't even have a post-secondary education. You know, and I'm not knocking education, it's important, guys. Just the bottom line is they don't teach you how to make money in school. You gotta learn from people doing it. I mean, you know, no disrespect to the teachers out there, guys, but if they're making $100,000 a year, you know, teaching you business, they can't really teach you how to make millions or live financially free. If they knew how to do it, they'd be doing it themselves. They wouldn't be in a classroom talking theory. Does that make sense? What you gotta do is surround myself with people like Ian Nicholson, who you're gonna hear from in a minute. You know, successful people who have what I wanted, who were doing what I wanted to do, and I just modeled this. It's really, really simple, guys. So, I mean, like Ben touched, there's a lot of different opportunities out there that celebrities, authors, you know, athletes take advantage of, and it's the reason why they're so wealthy. So I heard all this information, like, okay, cool, but I'm not one of them. I mean, I'm an author now, you know, along with Ian Nicholson, but at the time I wasn't, so I'm like, where am I gonna go as just an average individual and take advantage of these strategies that wealthy people have always understood, like passive income, leveraging. And that's when this company showed up, Vemma. And that's who we're partnered up with, guys, because they've provided us the vehicle that has allowed us now to dream big again. To get 50+ countries, and this thing is still growing. We're just getting started. Like I said, as you saw in the video, 96 awards and counting. Last year, guys, we did $221 million in sales. This is a baby. This is on track to be $1 billion company in the next 2 to 3 years, with an 89% growth last year alone. So for my business people that's in the room right now, that probably has appealed to you already, because that is absolutely crazy. You don't hear too many companies doing that, guys. So that's engineers, people that are retired. There's a product line for everything, but the company is Vemma. And what it stands for is just vitamins, essential minerals, mangosteen, and aloe vera. And what it is a liquid multivitamin and antioxidant. All the vitamins, minerals, and ultra trace minerals that you need in a daily dose. Okay, to be healthy. Guys, let's face it, as young people, we probably don't value our health the way we should, but you guys aren't eating the way you should. I mean, you guys aren't eating 6 meals a day, grass-fed, organic from New Zealand, right? Who's doing that, right? So the bottom line is, we live in a different generation now. You can't be reactive with your health anymore. I mean, you will be reactive if you're not proactive. In fact, I read a stat that's crazy, because I mean, I have a daughter, and it's the generation of kids growing up today will not actually outlive their parents. based on how contaminated our food supply is and how poor our nutrition is. That's why disease is so rampant nowadays. So we don't have a choice anymore. Like our parents had a choice to supplement. If you care about your health, we don't anymore. Or else guys, walk with me for a sec, because wealthy people, they get ahead of trends. Unsuccessful people follow trends. Right now, the energy drink market's at $12 billion, projected to grow to 22 in just the next 4 years by 2017. Okay, energy drinks outsold water last year in America. Like, we need water to survive. Okay, and people are spending money on energy drinks, okay, over water. Now, what do you think is going to happen when everyone out there, your friends, your networks, that is the entire market, when they learn of a healthier alternative, it tastes even better than the competition? Here's the crazy part. They pay you and I to drink it. Residual income. Do you think people will continue to spend money on unhealthy alternatives that don't pay them a dime in return? And they can drink a healthier alternative with their friends and cash in on it, guys, on a major global trend. Guys, people are going to start jumping ship. They're going to start drinking Verve, especially when they realize that this thing is actually legit. Because I don't know about you, but I mean, I was the guy in the background that thought I knew everything about everything and was calling it a scam. Like, I was calling it a pyramid scheme, illegal, one of those things. Until I saw the credibility behind it. Guys, I don't have to spend time talking about it. I mean, you saw it in the video. You know, Dr. Oz had Verve on his show twice in the last year alone, recommending it as his favorite fatigue buster. And Chris Powell, we talked about Verve, official energy drink of the Phoenix Suns, NBA, Phoenix Coyotes, NHL, professional sport organizations. I did all the research. I'm like, there's no way these people are going to attach their reputations, put it on the line that this was some sort of a scam or an illegal pyramid scheme or a bad product. Does that make sense, guys? So that should really encourage you to kind of open up your mind if you were a little bit skeptical, which is normal. But again, think for everyone else out there, when they realize that, man, all these people are working with our company, yeah, man, this thing is going to work. This thing is real, right? My friends are going to get excited about it, guys. So it's really, really simple, man. You know what it is.